Good morning, happy Sunday, and I have a few things to say before I get this video started. First of all, congratulations are in order to the Houston Texans for making the playoffs with a rookie quarterback in C.J. Stroud. Congratulations, especially when a lot of people doubted C.J. Stroud, and therefore now he took the Texans to the playoffs. And honestly, if the rest of his career goes tits up from here, you can't say you didn't take him to the playoffs. So, no one's ever going to take that away from you. Congratulations. Congratulations over to the Steelers as well, because they also beat the Ravens. And their playoff hopes are actually still alive. It virtually does depend on if the Bills win tonight, which I'll get to that later. However, that does mean that I was wrong about both of my picks yesterday, and that is only part of my low. The major part of my low is, we finally got snow. We got a lot of snow. So now, all y'all people out there, they're saying, hey, where's the snow? It's winter. I want my snow. I want to go sled riding. No. You got your snow. You got it in earnest. And I better not hear any complaining about how, all the snow is inconveniencing us. Oh, we can't drive in the snow. We can't go out and do things because of the snow. We got to cancel it. I don't want to hear any of that complaint. Okay? Y'all asked for this. Now, keep in mind, if you did not ask for this and you are complaining about things being canceled, the roads being bad, you are fine. It's only those who actually wanted the snow to show up, and then you got your snow, and now, because of the snow that you wanted, all the roads are bad, and the weather's bad, and it's cold as hell. No. If you complain, then shame on you, because this is what you asked for. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little shook up. I actually kind of swerved on the highway a little bit coming home last night. And the highway was actually the better road to take going home. Normally I take 352 to get here, but I couldn't do that. Like, seriously, I mean, funny enough, I actually kind of slept like a baby. But, like, the fact I'm thinking about it now, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit shook up. So, yeah. My low is that we got some snow. Hello, snow. I couldn't come up with a better rhyme, I'm sorry. Okay. This entire video is gonna be like two of the reasons why I'm going in with a really good high. And I'm not kidding, I wasn't expecting either one of them, okay? Funny enough, one of them is an act of kindness from probably my new favorite human being ever, but I will get to that momentarily. And the other, well, I'll explain that. And I got to see him. And I mean, even though the roads were bad, and it really wasn't a good idea for my dad and I to take my nephews to dinner, especially when their behavior was less than stellar at Storges. And again, the roads were bad. I still got to see my family. So, yeah, that's part of my high too. It is. And my act of kindness was I actually helped my dad watch my nephews. Albeit their behavior was, again, less than stellar. I will admit though, it's not that I didn't lose my cool, but I really was like freaking out a little bit because taking my nephews to dinner really does add like a good 15 minutes to a half hour in terms of the fact that we're out. And when it snows like it did yesterday, that half hour can make all the difference. So that's why I really was freaking out. I mean, again, it's not like I was impatient with I mean, could I have been a little more patient with my nephews? Well, yeah. But, I mean, come on. The weather's horrible out there. Like, really horrible out there. In fact, it doesn't even look like it does look like they plowed a little bit, but Like, I have to leave early to go to church just because of how bad the roads are. Because I don't know how bad it's going to be. Okay, so let's get into my NFL picks for today. And these are the last NFL picks of the regular season. I'm so sad. Okay, so I have a few picks to make, so let us begin. So again, I am 0-2 going into the day because I was wrong about the Steelers winning. I was wrong about the Texans winning. Now that's taken care of. Let me look at the NFL playoff picture. Hold on. NFL playoff picture. Okay. Okay, the Jaguars versus the Titans. Now, the Titans are out. I know for a fact the Titans are out. The Jaguars are on the bubble. If they beat the Titans, there's a 99% chance they're making the playoffs. Now, the Jaguars, listen, considering that Trevor Lawrence took them to the playoffs last year, it's kind of, I was actually expecting the Jaguars to do a lot better than where they are right now. So basically, this is their last chance to prove that I'm right. So I'm picking the Jaguars to win over the Titans. Vikings and Lions, well, Vikings are also on the bubble. And they're playing against the Lions. I mean, I've got no doubt the Lions could just easily rest their starters and getting ready for the playoffs. So, I mean, look, even if the Vikings do win, there's an 11% chance they're making the playoffs. Which is a real shame, too, because a friend of mine who I'm seeing today is a Vikings fan, so I'd hate to not pick his team. So, I'll pick the Lions, hoping that I'm wrong. How about that? See, Falcons and the Saints. Let's see. If the Falcons win against the Saints, there's a 38% chance they make the playoffs. If the Saints win, there's a 53% chance they make the playoffs. The fact that the Falcons have a less than 50% chance, even if they do win, makes me think I should pick the Saints. So I'm picking the Saints. Real shame, too. The Falcons really were on fire this year earlier. Like, what happened? Jets and Patriots? I mean, okay, I'm going to get into this in a minute, but how funny would it be if the Packers made the playoffs without Aaron Rodgers? Meanwhile, everyone was hyping the Jets up. The Jets like Super Bowl or bust. They got Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers get injured, which caused me to laugh like hell. And now the Jets have been very much eliminated from the playoffs. You know what? I'll be nice. I mean, and that was the way Aaron Rodgers coming back for Christmas Eve if the Jets are winning. Dude, you should come back regardless of whether your team is winning. Honestly, I'm telling you guys, Aaron Rodgers in New York is going to fail. It's going to fail tremendously. I mean, I'm sure next year he'll probably, give himself a few big wins. I'm sure he's probably going to take the Jets far. But I'm telling you, when it comes down to like the big moment, he ain't going to give it to you. The reason why, literally every big playoff game he's ever won, with the exception of maybe his lone Super Bowl, has been given out by sheer dumb luck. And two of those wins that were caused by sheer dumb luck were from beating my Dallas Cowboys. Because A, Dez caught it, and B, those are two of the luckiest field goals in the history of the NFL. I really could go on and on regarding Aaron Rodgers' playoff career, but this is not Aaron Rodgers anymore. It's about just the Jets as an organization. And listen, if you think Aaron Rodgers really is going to be the answer, then clearly you haven't been paying attention to the NFL. But I'll be nice. I'll pick the Jets to win. I don't think they will because they're in Foxborough. And let's be honest, if there's one team that the Patriots have had If there's one number that the Patriots have had besides the Bills, it's the Jets. But I'll pick the Jets, very much assuming that I'm wrong. Let's see, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Panthers. Well, the Buccaneers, I actually want to see the Buccaneers make the playoffs. I really do. Especially when Baker Mayfield is the first guy to come after Tom Brady and he's actually been doing really well. I'd love to see him do that. So you know what? I'll pick the Buccaneers over the Panthers. Browns and the Bengals. Browns. I mean, I can totally see, I can see the Browns resting their starters for the playoffs. Because the Browns are in no matter what, win or lose. But I still pick the Browns to win. They at least want to go in with a little bit of hype with going to them, Let's see, the Bears and the Packers. I'm picking the Packers. Again, all Green Bay has to do is win today, and they make the playoffs. First year without Aaron Rodgers, on top of them, and they're actually doing better without him than they were with him. I'm telling you, man. I think the Packers are going to make the playoffs. So I'll pick the Packers. Ooh, now we get to... Actually, you know what? I'll do the Broncos and Raiders are both out, so... I don't know, I guess... The Raiders, maybe? I don't know. I'll pick the Raiders. Now, regarding both games for the NFC East, the Cowboys and the Commanders and the Eagles and Giants. All my Cowboys have to do is win and then the number 2 seed. If they lose and the Eagles win, then the Eagles are the number 2 seed, my Cowboys are the 5th seed. Now, the fact that my Cowboys are playing the Commanders, that is a game that is easily winnable. But we have screwed things up before. We are the Cowboys. We always screw everything up. Meanwhile, you have the Eagles and the Giants who... look, I've been trying to be nice to the Giants. I really have. But the Giants suck. What more do you want? I try to be nice. And I definitely always gave credit when credit was due. But the Giants just aren't good. You should have paid Saquon. Yes, I can't think you should have paid Saquon, not Daniel Jones. So, I expect my Cowboys to win, and I expect the Eagles to win. So I'm picking both the Cowboys and the Eagles. Let's see, the Seahawks and the Cardinals. Well, Cardinals are out, but if the Seahawks win, there's a 45% chance that they're in. I'll pick the Seahawks to win, but I don't think they'll make the playoffs. The Rams and the 49ers, actually, both the Rams and the 49ers are in, aren't they? Is anyone even going to try in that game? Is anyone even going to try in the Rams-49ers game? I'm certain they're probably all going to rest their starters on both sides. Well, someone's got to win. Even if the 49ers lose and the Cowboys win, the 49ers are still the number 1 seed no matter what. I guess I'll take the 49ers. Why not? I'm sure some things will happen, but nothing too extravagant. Chiefs and the Chargers. I'll pick the Chiefs. Why not? This will be the first time Patrick Mahomes will be on the road for the entirety of the playoffs, so watch him squirm for a little while is going to be exciting. Speaking of which, the Bills and the Dolphins. The big one. For all the AFC East marbles. Look, I've acknowledged several times that the Dolphins have been okay. But even when they were okay, I never really was impressed. Meanwhile, listen, I live in the heart of Bills Mafia country. I'm surrounded by the Bills Mafia. There's probably a hidden camera watching me right now saying, you better pick the Bills. Don't worry, I'm picking the Bills. Of course I'm picking the Bills, man. Like I said before, the Bills, they're not going to be the number one seed. That's Baltimore. But you know what? I'd rather the Bills go to Baltimore than having to go to Kansas City. I want the Bills to be the number 2 seed above Kansas City. So, let's go Buffalo. Okay, so my picks are finally. Last picks of the year for the regular season. The Jaguars, the Lions, the Saints, the Jets, the Buccaneers, the Browns, the Packers, the Dallas Cowboys, the Raiders, the Eagles, the Seahawks, the 49ers, the Chiefs, and the Bills. Let's go Buffalo. Actually, speaking of 49ers, that leads into like one of the 2 things that happened that were awesome yesterday. So actually, hold on. I gotta find this. I need to find this. So a dear friend of mine who I'm just gonna say straight up is like my new favorite human being, like ever. Like ever. Okay? Like she shot her way up to number 1. I don't know why. But just out of the blue. Wasn't provoked. I have no idea what I did to deserve such an act of kindness. But just out of the blue, she posts, dropping by to tell you, you are the realest. It's been so long since I've come across someone as genuine and real as you. You're a true gem. You are seriously the kindest man I ever met. Oh my God. Your kindness is so pure and authentic. Oh my God. We are so grateful to have you in our life. What a pleasure for us. XO, XO, XO. Oh my God. Oh God. I don't think I laughed and cried at the same time so hard in my entire life. Like, I did nothing to deserve that. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I don't think I should sell myself that short, but like, she didn't have to do that. She did not have to do that up, but she did anyway, because she is that awesome. Actually, remember a while back I told you guys, like, some person gave me like a $20 gift card for Starbucks? It's the same person. Like, and then she private messages me later saying, you know, we should do lunch sometime. And here's the thing. From this post, so many people responded in kind, and I do mean that in a very good way. And I'm like, lunch? After what you did, we need to plan like 100 get-togethers. Oh my God. That's so awesome. Oh man. You know what it's like for me? Like, okay, if any of you guys have seen Patton Oswalt's stand-up special, Find This Hour, and like, the special begins, he's walking on stage, and the crowd is meeting him with like a roarous applause. Like, roarous applause. Like, everyone's like cheering, they're clapping, like pretty much a standing ovation, pretty much, right? Like, they are really excited to see him, they're happy to see him, like, woo! And then Patton Oswalt's like, please stop, nothing I say will live up to any of that. That's literally what this post is. Oh my God. Like, oh man. Oh, I'm gonna have to do something bigger than give a jar of pickles, I don't know. Oh, but I'll be seeing them later, so I'll be able to thank them in person. So, if by chance you're watching this, and I'm sure you are, thank you. I don't know how I'm gonna live up to any of that, but okay. Okay, and that isn't even like, that's like, I would say that's about 90% of like why yesterday was so great was this post alone. And, well, technically, the other thing that was like my high for being here, my high for yesterday was One Piece came out with a new opening. They're finally animating the Egghead Island Arc with a new opening called All of Us. Again, by Hiroshi Kitadani. If you don't know who Hiroshi Kitadani is, Like, he did the very first opening for One Piece, We Are. He did We Go, which was the first opening for, the post-time skip. He co-sang We Can, which was opening 19. And when One Piece did the Wano arc, which they just finished, he did Over the Top. And I'm just saying, this new One Piece opening is probably my new favorite. Like, it is. It just is. It's my new favorite One Piece opening. You want to say that to Hiroshi Kitadani? He's probably never watched it, but if he does, hope all is well. Your performance was outstanding for the opening. Which the opening is so cool. It's like some of the slickest animation I've ever seen. Oh man, I can't wait. Like seriously, I probably listened to it like a dozen times. Like seriously, I was up till like 1 o'clock in the morning because I was listening to the opening so many times. And I'm gonna be listening to it on my way to church this morning, which I should probably go now because the roads are bad. So I'll end this video saying I hope you like this video, like this YouTube channel, on social media. As always, I'm very helping this video for all you guys watching Joe today. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Remember, you guys want to talk shit with me, let know back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.